think we're here. I think we're here. You can never be ready enough for this stuff, man. You can never be ready enough. Actually, I might be lying. What they say? Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. Type of time we on. The shift is happening, y'all. The shift is happening. The shift is happening. Do not get left behind. Okay? We're going to talk about the truth that nobody talks about. So if you listen to this right now, I need you to really hear me out, because what I'm about to break down isn't just information. It's not just information. We see information all day on our timelines. We get fed information all this. It's not just information. It's a wake up call. Okay? It's a wake up call. And I'm gonna be a little more specific. But let me say this first. What you do with this could define the next decade of your life. What you would do with this wake up call could define the next 10 years of your life in real life. I'm working with business owners, helping them develop their 5-year plan right now. So, because the next 5 years, the next 4 years, 5 years, 10 years are just pivotal, just pivotal. But as far as the wake up call, there are so many people sleep. There are so many people sleep. You need to wake up. But I also am tapped in with not the woke. We're not talking about the woke community. Y'all heard Donald Trump said it ain't no more woke community. Ain't no more woke. I'm talking about the people that are aware. The people that are aware of what's going on. I'm tapped in with that community as well. So I'm tapped in with the people that are aware, but I'm also vigilant to, and I'm also aware of the people that are not aware. They're still asleep. They're still, it's so much happening. It's so fast. Things are happening so fast that you need to really take heed to what you see going on right now. And I actually had something else I was going to say, but I forgot. But every major wealth shift has an early window, right? So those who see the window and move are the ones that change their lives. Okay? Those who see the opportunity early on and they move on it are the ones that change their lives. And this isn't just about money. It's about control. Quite frankly, it's about having options. It's about ownership in a world where most people are stuck playing by somebody else's rules. The old way, work 40 years, trade your time for money, hope it's enough. Or the new way, leverage digital assets, build something that pays you whether you're working or not. Okay? These assets, the thing about assets is they pay. You do the work once. You do the work once. I created an ebook. It's called 10 Things All Creators Must Know Moving Forward. I created that book one time, but yet I'm giving it out for free. Don't get me wrong. But if I was to sell it, let's just say I was to sell it for $10, I could sell that thing for $10 every single day. I could sell that thing for $10 every single day, but I only wrote it once. Okay? So these assets, my mixtape, Lost and Found, I created that. Now, I didn't just create that music once. These are the lost files. These are the lost files. I had to recreate it. I had to recreate some of this music that I made years ago. But same concept. I made this music years ago, and yet now is the time where I could present it, and the time is right for me to move forward with it. But the asset was written years ago and it was created years ago, but now, like I said, I had to recreate it. But the concept is that when you leverage digital assets, all you got to do is build. You build it once, and it continues to pay you day after day after day. Okay, and that's why digital ownership matters. That's why digital ownership matters. And you got to stay tapped into what's happening right now. So money has evolved. First, it was gold. Gold is like the standard of wealth, but transition it to cash, so that you could bargain and trade. And now we have credit. It took a shift to credit, but now we're in the digital era. Digital. I can't say it enough. Digital. We are going digital. The world is going digital. If you know that, put digital in the chat. Every shift has created new winners and new losers. Look at COVID. The internet made information free. That's why you got so much information being pushed to you, even if it's local information, just what somebody did. I know you heard, what I'm saying? You heard dog was on that type of time. Oh, you saw that. Even little information like that. But blockchain technology, which is through Web3 and crypto, all of that stuff. The blockchain is making ownership free. For the most part, it's free. This is the biggest wealth shift of our lifetime. This is the biggest wealth shift. Some experts say that this is the biggest wealth shift ever in the history of the world. But most people don't realize it's happening until it's too late. And that's why we're having this conversation. I actually made a video last week. It was actually part 1 to this, why early adoption is a powerful option. But I kind of wanted to redo it. It felt rushed. I really didn't feel, I really wasn't satisfied with the teaching. So I just wanted to kind of make a part 2 and just go over things a little differently, because I want people to understand that NFTs, it seemed like I was pushing the NFT. The NFT is just a vehicle. Okay, the NFT is just a vehicle in order to get from point A to point B or to point Z. It's just a vehicle. It's a container. It's a container that holds the truth. You get what I'm saying? So the NFTs, and I was talking to a business owner the other day. He owns a restaurant, and I was telling him, he laughed, but I told him that I'm not vouching for anyone else's NFTs. I'm vouching for my NFT. I'm vouching for my NFT and any creators that I help develop their NFT. Those are the only NFTs I'm vouching for. I'm not vouching for nobody else's NFT other than mine. So when I say NFTs, I'm talking about my NFTs, the Premier Foreign Collection. I'm not talking about anybody else's, because I don't know what they have going on. That's what they have going on. Now, if I decide to partner with some people that's already in, developing in the development space, in the digital development space, then that's one thing. But as of right now, I'm talking about the Premier Foreign Collection. The Premier Foreign Collection is changing the game. So it's up to you. At the end of the day, it's your choice. It's your decision. Are you moving or are you watching? You know what I'm saying? Are you moving or are you watching? You could be someone who watches history happen, or you could be someone who makes history happen. Okay? But you can't say that you didn't see it coming, because the revolution is being televised. Welcome to ENT TV. My name is Ray Lamar, and this is the Digital Asset Class. Y'all have to forgive me. I have conducting business and things like that. But so what does this really mean? What does this really mean for you? What does this really mean for you? The power of access, leverage, and freedom. Our ancestors fought for freedom. They died for freedom. And we just kind of F it off. I ain't gonna hold you up. We kind of F off our freedom. It's sad. It's sad. But they say that even poor people around here, in America, are rich because of the access that they have. But people don't utilize it. They get stuck in their own heads and they bad habits. The enemy is real, y'all. The enemy is real. If you don't believe, it's people that don't. It's people that I know personally. It's people that I'm actually close with that do not believe that the enemy is real. Like, they got him. No, I'm just playing. Okay, let's get back to business. All right. So this is not just a product. Like I said, it's not just a product. It's not just a product. It's a key. It's a key. Okay. The real flex isn't money. It's having options. Okay. It's waking up every day knowing that your decisions are yours and they're not controlled by a paycheck or a system that keeps you locked in. That's what real wealth is. It's not a number. It's the ability to move when you want, to invest in what you believe in, and to build something that lasts. So what you're really gaining is game-changing knowledge. You're really gaining some game-changing knowledge. Premier Foreign Collection has embedded education inside of it. So it's constantly updating. You'll never be left behind as far as knowing how to navigate social media or when it comes to marketing or sales or branding. You'll never be left behind as far as knowing where we are in the day in today. That's why I'm doing this digital asset class, to stay on top of things. And yes, we were supposed to be started at 8. Y'all, when I tell y'all, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. This is a journey, all right? Don't judge. We will prevail. Okay. So private access to digital wealth strategies that most people will never learn because they don't take the time to. They don't take the time to learn it. Okay. I took the time to learn this stuff because I believed in it and I saw it coming years ago. The mindset shift. This is another thing that you'll get. The mindset shift that turns small moves into generational impact. Small moves. These things are, this is a quick, it's not even transactional. It's more transformational. This is more of a transformation. I've been blessed enough to be given ideas and, just visions. I've been a visionary my whole life. I saw this coming. I saw this coming since I was like 7. I saw this coming since I was young, probably earlier than that. And, in different ways. And so you have to believe in your own. I have a song where I say, you better believe in your vision and your purpose too. You better believe in your vision and your purpose too. You better off selling my products needed like shirts and shoes. This better than posted in some trenches smacking out perks and food. You feel me? There's people that's thinking, there's people that's like, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on in the mind of a YN right now. I just know where I was let's just say, you know, a little over 10 years, let's just say 12 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever the case. I just know where I was kind of at, and who I had and who I was surrounded by and what type of time that we was on. And so in today's economy, things are changing fast, and people see so much online. I don't want to go off rambling too much, but people want what they want, man. They just want what they want. Everybody want to be dripped out. Everybody want to be whipped out. Everybody want to have a, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be P. Everybody trying to live. Everybody want to, I'm just trying to pay the bills. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get by. Everybody's trying to get by. I spent some time lifting. And so I'm lifting. I'm hearing the culture from my back seat. I'm listening to the culture. Y'all know me. I would chop it up. I'm listening to what the people are saying. And people need change. Anybody who work a job, I don't care what they tell you, bruh, they are still in a position where they still, it's like, this ain't cutting it. It ain't cutting it 100%. It's not fully cutting it. You feel me? And so they got to do something. Something has to change. It's because you're making money. You're limiting the way that you make money because you're using your muscles over time. You go to a job and you do what you do over a period of time. You're automatically limiting yourself. You're automatically limiting the amount of money that you can make. If you make $25 an hour, that's roughly around $50,000 a year. If you can make $50,000 a month, would you be in a better position? Okay. So how do you make $50,000 a month? Exactly. Now that's a better question. A lot of people ask the wrong questions. They ask the wrong questions. Did you ask yourself, how do I make $50,000 a month? And then did you go seek the answer? And then did you go try to make it happen? Okay. So you got to shift the mindset shift that turns small moves into generational impact. Okay. It's not about hype. This ain't about hype. It's about understanding how to play the game and win. Okay. We're here to create wealth that works for you. Wealth that works for you. You don't work for wealth. Wealth is a spiritual outcome. You don't work for wealth. You work to learn a new skill, or you work to create relationships, or to serve. It's really a serving game. You're serving. You don't work for wealth. Wealth works for you. You understand? So it's about breaking free from trading time for money and stepping into money that works for you. The power of ownership, passive income, royalties, long-term gains. That's why I incorporated my music with this. That's why I haven't put out. Now, originally, that's not why we didn't put out as much music as we should have, but after a while, that is why I'm like, okay, I need to make sure I got all of this down packed before I drop, because I believe in my abilities. I believe in my abilities. So I'm like, hey, we about to eat off of this. Not just me. I don't just do this. I could have been rich. Long time ago. And trust me, I've had several opportunities come and go. Not saying that I'm proud of it. But they were learning. There were learning experiences. I've made thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I had another song. I said, I done blew hundreds of thousands of dollars with nothing to show for it. About to bust out the camera and make a show for it. Took a year to focus on myself. It was so important. She heard the experience in my song. She said, "You so anointed." Okay? So money, like I said, it's not about money. It's not about the money. But the money will save you. But the money is meant to be a shield. The money is meant to be protection. If you need to do something, like I said, I got this guy working on my stuff right now. He's messaging me right now. And so I paid him to do something for me that it was taking me weeks. It was taking me weeks trying to figure this stuff out. Y'all don't know how much stuff I had to figure out. Y'all don't know how many things I had to figure out. And then I'm doing it. Technical things, digital things, coding, website building, learning sales, learning branding, learning emotional intelligence, learning communication skills, learning myself, learning kingdom, seeking the kingdom. So the people who get this early are positioning themselves for exponential success. And that brings me back to what I was thinking earlier, what the thought that I had earlier. I feel like I'm late to the game. So I know some of y'all late. I know some of y'all feel like y'all it's over. I know some of y'all feel like, yeah, it's over. It's not over, first off. And not to say that it's not to say that I'm like it's like that it's over. Not to say that there will be no more opportunity after this. But what I will say is that the world is changing at such a rapid pace that if you don't gain some type of clarity on what it is that you are in the game for, or what you're moving forward towards, or what you're gonna do, or at least have an idea of what's going on, then you are setting yourself up for a world of trouble, because they got stuff going on. Y'all know that they got stuff going on. You can see it on the news. You could just simply watch. You could scroll on your Facebook, or you could scroll on social media and see that, okay, things are happening fast, and big things are happening fast. Okay, so if you're not doing nothing, yeah, you better tighten up your bootstraps, or whatever they be saying. So the objective, look, so we need the right people, and we need to be having the right conversations. Not the wrong people in the wrong conversations. The right people and the right conversations. Success isn't just about what you know. It's about who you're learning from and who you're building with. Okay? What they say, your network is your net worth, or teamwork makes the dream work. You ever heard those terms? Things like that. This is about stepping into a room where the conversations alone could change your entire approach to business and investing. Just the conversations that you're hearing. Like, wow, I never even thought about it like that. Or I would have never thought of that. Or like, what are they even? Let me take some notes. I tell people, well, I really tell my wife, when I speak, you should be taking notes. Like, why aren't you taking notes? Some people don't get it. Some people don't recognize who you are. Some people will not recognize who you are. And so you got to take the Kendrick approach. Sometimes you got to pop out and show them. Sometimes you got to pop out and show people who you are. But this is also not a time. I'm on my Jordan Peterson right now. But this is also not a time to prove yourself. This is not a time to be trying to prove yourself to people. This is not a time to be trying to prove yourself to people. This is a time where you need to stand on your beliefs. This is a time where you need to stand on what you believe in. Your beliefs are going to show you who you are, and they're going to reveal you. Your beliefs are going to reveal who you are on the inside. Okay? Now you trying to prove to somebody who you are through that's petty. You're lowering your standards. You're lowering the vibration, or whatever the case. To prove something to somebody, you need to prove it to the one, the only one. And so your network is your net worth. The question is, who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Why should you move now? Why should you do this right now? Because success loves speed. Success loves speed. Hesitation is expensive. I'm 30 years old. Like I said, I could have been rich a long time ago. There's a side where there's a side where it isn't about the money. It's about it's about your beliefs, things like that. It's about your beliefs. It's about your heart. It's about your mindset. It's about your character. It's about your relationship. You understand? But then there's another side where it's about your fruit. It's about the fruit that you produce. You understand? And so, yes, hesitation is expensive. I'm 30 years old, and like I said, I've seen money come and go. I've seen money come and go because I hesitated to be diligent or to be wise with my income. I spent a lot of time doing the wrong things. Let's just put it like that. And so it costs. It's very expensive. Very expensive. Hesitation is expensive. And so the people who win in every major shift are the ones who move early. They move smart and they move with confidence. Bitcoin, real estate, Web3, the biggest gains always went to those who didn't wait for permission. I'm sorry, Web 2.0, which is like the internet. The people who didn't wait, there if you'll hear success stories of people in the early 2000s who had a website, who was sending emails and stuff like that back in 2001. Never, like, we wouldn't have thought of that because we were young. You know what I'm saying? We was kids. Me personally, 2000, I was 6 years old. So my mind wasn't thinking like, oh yeah, let me send out these email marketing and blah, blah. And then so our parents, they know what they know. You get what I'm saying? Your parents only knew what they knew. Your guardians, whoever raised you, only knew what they knew. And they got comfortable because life can come at you from so many different angles. And when people gain some control, they like, okay, we good. We got it here. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going. We got some consistency. The kids are safe. The kids are fed. You know what I'm saying? We got a roof over our head. Got this job that's paying the bills. Okay. And so you can't be mad, or you can't take that out, or things like that. You can't blame someone else. You have to take the position for yourself, because we're in a space now where it's like that. People talk about, I have another class coming up this week actually about getting rich quick. Why would you want to get rich slow? Who wants to, or don't take too long to where you to where it doesn't happen. You took too long. Now you gone and you never did it. So as one of my mentors, Myron Golden, says, people always warn you about the get rich quick scheme, but they never warn you about the stay broke for the rest of your life scheme. Okay? We getting rich quick. Okay? We're getting rich quickly. Why? Because the sooner, if you already know you're going to be rich, you need to do it ASAP, because you'll have more time to experience life. You have more time to experience the wealth and enjoy the wealth with the people that you love. Okay? So, you know, it's going to happen fast. It's going to happen rapidly, and it's going to happen very community oriented. It's going to be tribal. This wealth transfer that's happening right now is very tribal. It's very tribal. You can see, like, let's just say Elon and Trump right now. They tribing up. They clicking up. The Republicans clicking up. People are clicking up to get to this bag. If y'all ain't trying to click up to get to it, you looking at it the wrong way. So if you wait until it's proven, you already too late. If you wait until it's proven, you too late. That mean you not in the that mean you ain't testing and trialing. That mean you ain't trial and erroring yourself. Ain't nothing proven. This country was founded on treachery type. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was founded on just, it wasn't proven. It definitely wasn't proven. They didn't sit there and and wait till things were proven in order to start creating and start building and start taking and start dominating the land. They didn't wait. Nobody waits. The people who win do not wait. They take. Okay? And when I say take, we're not talking about, I'm not even speaking to the people who got something to say. I'm not even speaking, oh, well, take her, blah, whatever you're talking about. You're talking too much. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to the people who talk too much. I'm talking to the people who are ready to do. Okay? So, what happens if you miss it? The price goes up. Yeah. You trying to wait till it's proven, the price done went up on you. Now by the time that you see, oh, it's proven, yeah, now it's 25,000. You have 25,000. Look at Bitcoin right now. You can't afford a Bitcoin. You can't afford one whole Bitcoin, but you could 15 years ago, whenever they started. You could have afforded one then, but you was trying to wait till it was proven. What happens if you miss it? The price goes up. The access gets limited because more people hop on it. The opportunity shrinks. Think about the guy who bought Bitcoin. I gave a Bitcoin example. At $500 and then watched it hit 60,000. Don't be that guy. We all were that guy. We all were that guy. Not all, because some people weren't. Okay? So don't be that guy. This is not about taking reckless risks. It's about making educated, strategic moves before the rest of the world catches on. Because when the rest of the world catches on, that's when you win. That's when you win the biggest. Okay? When the whole world started catching on to Bitcoin, that's what drives the price up. And so the people who are already in, they just sit there and they watch their accounts go up. Okay? The people who buy after all the hype, lost. They're the ones who lose. Okay? So you gotta sit with yourself. Fear versus vision. I sat in fear for a long time, y'all. I sat in fear for a long time. I'm not proud of it. I'm surely not proud of it, because like it was a hesitation. I hesitated, and like I said, it was very expensive. It's only certain people that really know how much I've lost. And nobody really knows the way that I know. It's expensive, y'all. It's expensive. It's expensive. Millions upon millions. Holding on to fear. Fear has cost me millions and millions of dollars. Let me tell y'all. Millions upon millions of dollars because of fear. Fear keeps people stuck. Fear is why most people never break free. Vision moves people forward. It's why some people win big while others stay in the same cycle. And so me having vision, yeah, I had the fear for a while. I was living in fear of what people may think. Like, oh, who is this guy? And it's really not even the strangers. It's the people around you. It's the family. It's the people that you grew up with, that you kind of like. These people know me. And here I am talking about we gonna be wealthy. They might not think they gonna be wealthy. Who is this nigga Ray Lamar to say that he gonna be wealthy? And we grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Better get with the program. Get with the program. We got a whole digital asset class. I have several resources. You can go to premierforeign.com and check out some of the resources we have available. Reach out. You can send me an email at create@enttvstudios.com. You can get a hold of me there. You can I'm not gonna get my number on here, but if you go to premierforeign.com, you can submit your information and I'll have your information, and and we'll reach out to you. And one of the reasons is just a few years back, I went online. I was in California. I started in I was actually in Cali. Long story. But I ended up flying to California. I stayed in California for a while. And then after I was in California, I ended up going up to Washington. So I stayed in Washington for a while. It was cool. And then I ended up going back to California for some time. In between, I ended up driving. I ended up going back to Washington. Drove back to Washington. It was a long story. Ended up going to California, and I was sleeping in my car. And I'm like, I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna tell the world that I'm homeless. Because if I could tell the world that I'm homeless, like basically killing the pride, like, yeah, because I was always a get money. I was always a get money nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was always a get money person. Like, yeah, get to it. You know what I'm saying? Always had a decent little check coming. Like, yeah, young. Always had a car or two. You feel me? Or actually, there were times where I didn't have a car as well. Went through a repo. life. But I was always like, yeah, I was always on that move, on that next move, on that next play, on that, I'm doing that, I'm getting it, whatever. And so I forgot where I was going with that story. Oh, so I was in California and I'm like, I'm gonna just tell the world that I'm homeless, because if I can get through telling them that I'm broke, then telling them that I'm wealthy should be a breeze. You know what I'm saying? Then telling them that I plan on being a multimillionaire, whatever the case. Like, yeah, like honestly, I'm projected. We're gonna make millions. We're gonna make millions. Okay. And here I am on paper. I'm on live saying this right now. I have not made $1 million yet. Or actually, over time, I'm probably getting up there. I don't have $1 million yet, but you can mark my words. God willing, as long as I don't, as long as I'm still here. But like I said, it's not for me. I want to help others create millions as well. We're gonna help others create millions as well. This is called belief. This is called faith. This is called vision. You can't. And so while I was living in that fear, I had to relinquish the fear. And I'm not saying that this was what did it, but yeah, I went online and I told the world that I'm homeless. I'm in California and I'm sleeping in my car. I'm homeless. Yes, I was out there connecting and networking with people and things like that, but I was homeless. And so I'm like, maybe if I do that, it'll free me of this fear of expressing the wealth that I see in my future. And maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but they saw it. I went online and said it. Whoever saw it. And so now we flipped the script. We're here now. That's what the thumbnail of this thing says. Wealth starts here, because that's the type of time we on. All right. So vision moves people forward. It was my vision that moved me forward. It's why some people win big while others stay in the same cycle. You don't have to understand every detail. You just have to see where the world is going and make a decision to move. Now, you don't have to move. There's a verse that says, be not of the world. Like, be in the world, but don't be of the world. Be in the world, don't be of the world. Scripture. The scripture that reflects be in the world, but not of the world is John 17:16, or John 17, verse 14 through 16. I have given them your word, and the world has hated them, for they are not of the world any more than I am of the world. My prayer is not that you take them out of the world, but that you protect them from the evil one. They are not of the world, even as I am not of it. We are not of this world. We are in this world. And right now he's calling us people, all us, some might say Christian. The word Christian, I looked up the word IAN, the suffix IAN, and it said, basically it meant belonging to. Suffix IAN meaning. The suffix IAN means belonging to, relating to, or characteristic of something. It's often used to indicate a person from a place, a follower or believer in something, a person skilled in or practicing something, like a esthetician, or a Christian, or a librarian. You get what I'm saying? So you're belonging to the library, or you're belonging to aesthetics, or you're belonging to Christ. And so I'm like, all right, I'll be a Christian under those terms. But as far as religion, I'm not into the religion thing. A lot of people get it misconstrued. We're not here to be religious. We are not here to be religious. We are not here to be religious. Jesus, Yeshua, spoke against religion. He was against religion. I'm just using ChatGPT right here. Was Jesus religious? Let's see what ChatGPT say. Jesus was not religious in the way people often think of religion today. He did not come to establish rituals, traditions, or religious systems. Instead, he came to restore the relationship between God and humanity. This is ChatGPT talking, this AI. Here's what stands out about Jesus. He challenged religious leaders. He preached relationship over religion. He focused on the heart. He broke religious norms. We're not here. Jesus didn't come to create another religion. He came to bring salvation, truth, and a way back to God. So we're not here to be religious. But as far as Christian, that's why I was going to say Christian. So me belonging to Christ, yeah, okay, so let's just say Christian. He's calling us Christians to the world. Get out of your religious space. And go into the world, because that's where the people are. You can't stay. Who can you help? Who can you serve? Don't get me wrong. There's people in the church that you can serve, but he wants us to serve the world. And after reading that John scripture, John 17, I'm gonna read more into that after this, because it seemed interesting. I'm interested now in what that full passage was. But it says, I have given them your word. I don't know who them is. You get what I'm saying? Your word, and the world has hated them. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know the full context. For they are not of the world any more than I am of the world. My prayer is not that you take them out of the world, but that you protect them from the evil one. They are not of the world, even as I am not of it. We are not of the world. We are in the world. Okay? And the world is evil. That's what I said. Protect them from the evil one. The world is full of evil. Okay? So we're being called to be in the world and change the norms. Change the norms. We're not doing this. This is kingdom business. This is kingdom business. And I'm actually interested to see how my mixtape does in the market when I drop, because like I said, it's lost and found. My mixtape is called Lost and Found. So let's just see how the people take it. Let's just see how the religious leaders take it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm be telling them, I'm gonna push. I'm not a preacher or nothing like that. But when it comes to the truth, like I said it in one of my posts. When the Lord revealed to me that I would be placed on a stage or put in front of people on a platform, I said to myself, or I realized that, okay, I'm gonna have to tell these people the truth. I'm gonna have to be when I'm speaking, I'm gonna have to tell the truth, because I don't want to be lying to the people. So I sought after the truth. Okay. And so the truth, I've learned a lot. But So it says you have to see where the world is going and make the decision to move. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be of the world, but you are in the world. So if the world is going into, war. Oops. So if the world is going into war or something like that, then you should probably be on your type of wartime. It's wartime. Okay? There will be wars and rumors of wars. That means you got to be militant. You got to be looking at life like, okay, I'm going to be militant. I have to be militant. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we got to take action fast. We got to move with diligence. We have to be aware. We have to be structured and you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So this is your time. This is your time to take advantage of an opportunity like this. You're being called. If you're watching, if this resonates with you, if what I'm saying resonates with you, then you are part of the group of people that are being called to take part in a situation like this. And so we appreciate likes, comments, shares, all that type of stuff, all that social media stuff. I get on there. I'm getting my groove on. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting in the groove, creating my systems. I'll be rolling out my content system here soon. So, that's the day and age we live in. The world is moving in this direction, so we have to adapt. Okay? So, what is it that you're actually investing in when it comes to these digital assets? And I'm talking, like I said, I'm talking about the assets that we provide. Because a lot of people out here selling fake stuff. And so we don't want you to get caught up in that. This is a kingdom movement. It's a kingdom movement. This is a kingdom movement. Yes, my music reflects some of the things that I've experienced in the past. It's gritty. It's like that. I'm coming from a real perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm from that way. So it's gonna speak to those who it's gonna speak to, but it really touches. My music touches people's hearts. My music really reaches people's hearts. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing goes. And I got some exciting news to announce too, as far as how we're gonna roll this thing out. But what are you actually investing in? The knowledge, the blueprint to digital wealth that most people will never have access to, the freedom, the ability to break out of the cycle and start building something that works for you. It works for you rather than you working for it. You don't get me wrong, you still got to put that work in. Don't get it misconstrued. You got to put in that work, but eventually it's going to flip and it's going to start working for you. And you might already be putting in the work. That's why it's an investment. You go to work to make the money so that you can invest in yourself first. You got to invest in yourself. Mindset, education, things like that, skills, things like that. But that's what we provide here. But it's also equity and ownership. The right people. So community, a private network of thinkers, doers, and investors who are already ahead of the game. The leverage. Early positioning in a space that is about to explode. It's about to explode. And guess what? We are some of the first to do it in the way that we're doing it. Because of the music. It's because of my gift. It's a gift. I have a gift. I have a musical gift. Okay? It's because of my gift that I'm able to do it in this way. And so that should be a green flag. That should be a green flag for you. You should say, if he's able to innovate because of his gift, what is my gift? I have a gift. And yes, using digital assets, you can position your gift. You can package your gift in a way that you are able to bring value to other people. It's a beautiful thing. This is a kingdom. This is a God thing. People talk about the universe and all that. He shifted the universe for a time like this. The universe changed. Because back in the day when he was giving me these ideas and things like that, the world wasn't like this. The entire universe changed. The entire universe changed from then to now. And I know because back then I was thinking about the future. Now I'm realizing that it's now. So the future came. So that's it. So we living in an entire different universe than we did back in the day. Okay. So the leverage, early positioning in a space that's about to explode. This is not just a buy. It's not just a buy. It's a decision about your future. I'm not here to sell you something. I'm here to show you something. The only question is, are you going to take it? Are you going to take it? Are you going to accept it? The biggest risk isn't stepping forward. The biggest risk is doing nothing. Okay? That's the biggest risk. What they say, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Because 5 years from now, people will be looking back at today and wishing they had moved. Okay? And so your moment is here. Will you take it? You can keep watching opportunities pass by, or you can decide, you know what? This is my time. Because at the end of the day, nobody is going to build your wealth for you. That's on you. Only you. But if you're ready to make a move, let's get it. Okay? So I think that I think that's about a wrap. I think that's about a wrap for today. Or not for today. I'm gonna actually come back later on. I'm gonna come back later on with another session. I'm gonna come back later on with another session. I got a couple phone calls I need to make. I gotta take care of some business. But I'm gonna come back with another episode tonight. So stay blessed and stay tuned. All right, let's get it.